Do you know this feeling? You build something, some beautiful little house or mega project, and when it's finally done, you're like, what do I now do now? I know I have no inspiration anymore. Well, I'm here to fix that. So today I'm gonna show you the world that me and my friends are playing in the hope that you can get a little inspiration for your world and what to play. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy it and get some inspiration out of it. So we start in Elga's base in a nice compartment where he keeps his energy and some other things that are not really needed but still are pretty useful for storage keeping. When we go down the ladder, we come in the real world and we come in his actually storage room with all his chests. His storage room is also called the entry hub because it is the entrance to the nether and everything is self-made. And if we follow the path downstairs, we come in a little nice camping area where we can discuss various topics we want. And a little further in the water, he made a staircase where he's gonna think I place a storage room with an automatic item sorter, but not sure. And if we're going a little back, we can see his self-made kelp farm, and he is also making here to make a giant trading hall for himself and all villagers ever needed. And right next to it, he also made a super smelting for super fast item smelting, of course. If we go back to the entry hub, you can see he made another pad that could actually cross pads. But we're gonna first look at this side where he made some different kind of farms, like a chicken farm that actually is not really working because it has updated and the lava does not work, so we only use it for eggs and feathers. We also made a dripstone farm, a lava farm, and still a plot of land he still has nothing, and we need ideas for that. On the other side, he also made a cobblestone / stone farm. You can choose with which pickaxe you want. He also made a cow crusher for some easy leather, and he also made a rail duplicator for normal and powered rails because he did not know you can easily switch the rails between them. And going further, you can see his little stable for his llama, horse and donkey he all made specially for us. He also named them, one as Brownie, his horse was Storm, and his llama I could not reach it and I was too lazy to get inside of it, unfortunately. And this is also the pet to his little horse. Now we're back on the pet to his original bridge that he also self-made with no tutorial whatsoever. Everything was inspiration for his home, and it is a pretty nice look from upstairs and downstairs. Also made on the other island was his sheep factory that produces wool from every single color you can have. And this is from a tutorial, but unfortunately I don't know which one and I need to ask him still that. Also made was his little mud factory, so this is simply where you need to place the dirt and it will automatically transform into mud, and then you simply have to shovel it up on there. And then behind it you have also a little clay platform where you can place the mud, and dripstone beneath it can remove the water so that you have clay for days. Then flying back over the bridge, you can see his self-made beacon and also his pumpkin and melon farm to completely work top notch without any delay or whatever. Then next to the pumpkin and melon farm, you can also see a little mineshaft he made with iron farms, but also his enchanting area that was originally a Strident shipwreck that was above water, and he transformed it into a nice enchanting table that I find really cool. And also he made a little dock around it so that you could go easily after enchanting, go fishing if you needed any more resources or anything else. And also a little boat where you can explore the world. And before going back to the shipwreck, he also made a little underground area, but I have no idea what he's planning to make. And going back on dry land, you can see that he has a little sweet berry and a watch post where you can watch the iron farms. And this is his little mineshaft. He made a nice and beautiful house where you can even sleep, but unfortunately he did not make an interior right yet. And if we're going back around, you can see a little storage compartment and all the way down to his mine where he made a little sugarcane / bamboo farm. And with little I meant huge, because the chests are overflowing without even delaying a thing. And on the other side he made a little bit of a chicken farm where you can easily kill the chickens for feather and leather. So that is how we got early game XP, which is simply killing chicken. And then we're going to one last thing in this world where you're gonna be all the way far beyond this base with little stairs. He made a giant nether portal with a sword. And if you're wondering, he already has a nether hub, why would he need another one? Will he want to be the cooler one? Well, no. This is simply to get into the normal nether. And as you can see, this is his normal nether base. Not completely done yet, but it is still pretty nice for it with the stone bricks and dark oak logs. I'm really curious what he's gonna do next to it. And that's all for Elga's base. So we can simply fly towards the nether hub to our next friend's Paul base right about now. And boom, we're through it, and as you can see, we're on the nether roof. We made a giant ice road all around it, and this is little Elga's platform for his nether portal with his own team he made, and a little bit of storm shroom as always. But following the ice road, I'm gonna take you all the way to Blockbuster's base. There's also a little nether portal and a little platform he made, so let me show you what he made. And welcome to Blockbuster's home base. As you can see, a simple entrance to start with, all the way right up to his enchanting table area, and you can go around to his cows and sheep and a large wheat field and a little storage room, all the way to his pretty nice beacon with iron, emeralds, diamonds, gold, and even one little netherite block right beneath the beacon. A lot of work, I would say, and a nice recap of it from a previous world and a good memory. And let's check out this first little house. It is pretty simple with a nice interior, and it has everything you need, like a barrel and an ender chest. Nothing remarkable, and a little nice place to live. Then we'll walk out of his house, nice next to a field and a nice forest he made, all the way to a little mine shaft he made. And I'm not going to downstairs all the way, because that would take way too long, so I'm just gonna go along this path where you can see even more a little lava farm and all the types of trees he collected so far that we have, and even we have a pale oak tree. And when we turn back around, you can see a bridge he made with every different block, even the tough block that I find pretty nice used, and also a little boat on the sides of the water that was pretty nice. And on the other side of the sand, he is still gonna build a light. Keeping on flying, you can see a giant ship he made, nice and easy with everything wool, trapdoors, wood, different, and even a little storage room where you can sleep, and with barrels and a crafting table, and this little neat place he made, and I'm pretty jealous that I cannot make the same thing. Then also he has a way bigger storage room all the way with every single thing named, so that you can have probably not every single thing. And I also keep his pet parent right here. And then for walking out to it, you can see a little fountain he made. It's still work in progress, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be awesome nonetheless. And then of course his masterpiece that was behind what I flew over, that is his nice castle he made. Maybe some of you will recognize it, since it's pretty much a replica from a previous one, and as you also can see, it's not completely finished yet. It's the final finishing touch. But let's fly to the entrance he made, a pretty little neat trick with a door that is going down, and nice and easy, and so you can enter the courtyard. And the inside is pretty much the same. It's again a replica, most of the things, but here and there a few changes. The room where we keep valuable things like the dragon head and the dragon egg, of course, both things, and even more valuable things that will come in the near future. His own little trading hall right into the castle. Not everything is max, but it will do everything what you need for its simple thing. And a little storage room where he's gonna make a downstairs all the way into a secret sort of base where he's gonna place a lot of armor stands. But going down the stairs, you can see that it is right into a cave, and that's still gonna be quite a while to dig everything in the right place. And that's it for Blockbuster's base. I will say pretty nice job done. We're gonna walk into the courtyard in the castle. From one last thing, I will say attention to detail is awesome, and I'm pretty jealous. So let's up to the next base and keep up the good work. I forgot to mention one last thing is that Blockbuster is working right on this. Probably some will recognize it, and he's raiding an ocean monument, a giant circle that is way too big for what's needed, but it's still a pretty neat project, and I can't wait to see the finishing product. Now we're on the next base, and this is from Jeffcus 2003. And before you're asking questions, no, it's not his real name. But anyway, on with the tour. This is his first library, where you can see a lot of bookshelves and a little enchantment table if you needed to this, and if you wanted to read a book in game. Leaving the library, you can see his self-made nether portal and a little staircase that is sometimes a little wonky to walk up to. But on the next level you can see he already made 3 beacons, actually 2, because he only have 2 beacons, the one he still needs to make and get one. There's a little platform where he can effects, and he's still expanding it as you can see, and a little more things to build. What it's gonna be, who knows, well, we will see in the future. But going back to the stairway, we can see you can also go downstairs, and that's gonna give you to a little campfire, nice and cozy, and also to all his villages he can trade. Every important one is in it, farmer, librarian, you can name it all the way up. And if we're gonna fall all the way, you can see this is the pumpkin farms, and next up is the melon farms, and to the end is this little sugarcane farms. And his walls are still empty. He still needs ideas for that, but I guess he's gonna make a little bamboo farm there in the future. Now, going back upstairs, we are at another portal, and the next is his bedroom, where you can sleep, his little crafting table and energy chest hidden within it, and also his little Doko's bed. Then the next room, that is the entrance and a little armor stand. He was unfortunately missing one because he recently died, and that's pretty sad. Moving along, we go to his storage room with every single chest. It's unfortunately not organized, but I can't blame him because I do the same thing. And the room next to it is his super smelter, also made very easy, very beautiful. And it gets everything done and collected whatever we needed. Now walking back to the entrance, you can see the front of his base and a little cool statue he made that took pretty long time, but I can't say it was bad. Also little farms and some dripstones for his front that gives a nice effect, and I can't lie, I'm pretty jealous of it. He also made another nether portal and a fishing dock next to it, so that you can go fishing or explore whatever, and the normal nether portal to get into the normal nether and not into the bedrock. Moving along, that was his base. Then we're going to the final base, and that's my base. As you can see, is a giant upside down pyramid, and I got some little iron throne next to it. I'm still decorating the texture, but I can't lie, it looks pretty nice. So while landing on the bridge, we can go inside, and also more textures can be needed. If which one, let me know. In my base is my main level with my storage, nether portal, energy chest and everything I needed for sleeping and storage keeping, and also the nether portal to get on the nether. Then there's a little trapdoor that brings me to the basement, and this is my brew station where I can brew different potions with netherwars, and also a lot of storage that I mostly not really use, but I should do it. So going up the stairs will bring me to the second floor, and this is the floor with everything on farm. As you can see, lava farm, I got a melon farm, I got a bamboo farm, I got a glowberry farm that is actually not pretty useful, a dripstone farm, a pumpkin farm. Then again we're going back to the sugarcane farm, and also a kelp farm on all this floor, and pretty neat in same style. Going to the third floor, you can see again it's a lot of info, but I made a sugarcane farm with the flying machine so that I simply lever and I can gain everything I needed. And the same on the other sides, and of course I made every single rail duplicated. And the bamboo with flying machines. The huge building in the middle, as you can see, is not very obvious, but it's also a wool farm with every single color, and you can even go upstairs to easily fill up the sheaves that are needed. Now then, the main theme around this room is my giant super smelter that will gain everything materials collector and everything connected with a single carpet tuber. I just need to flick this lever and every single carpet tuber all around the room will work independently without breaking, and it is pretty nice for infinite fuel, and this is the place where you need to bake things. The only thing is it's very bad made, and I still need to find a solution for that. Then on the fourth floor I also made a lot, and the first thing you can notice probably looks like a chicken farm, but that is actually my self-improvised slime farm. Simply in this chest I got every single ozone potion, I simply need to splash on it, and since the chicken lay eggs they resupply automatically the barrel that I needed for more chickens. Then pretty obvious in the middle of the room is my giant villager trading hall with everything I needed: cartographers, farmers, armorer, weaponers, name them all. Every single useful villager that you can have is working, and everything is also on max, so you don't have to worry about leveling it up anymore. Then also pretty obvious in the room with the stairs, this is my actual chicken farms where you can throw the chickens in if you want to raw chicken, feathers or cooked chicken. And if you're wondering why it's only one chicken each capsule, because the game made it too laggy and unplayable. And then again on the far side you can see kind of a cactus farm I made, and you're probably wondering why I have a cactus farm. It's not really a cactus farm, it's fueled with carpets, and every single cactus will be fueled, and I can lock the furnace and take every single XP out of it. A very clever farm, slow working, but you can gain a lot of levels at once. And then the final floor, of course, you can see I already get up to a giant machine, and it is making a lot of noise, but luckily for you, you won't hear it. This is my dark oak farm, dark oak tree farm. It's quite huge and it works perfectly fine. You just need to get into there, into the minecart, and place them. It's constantly working. You need to supply regularly with bone meal to work, of course. Then going to the other side, you can see it's a little farm. I'm probably wondering what it is. It's a very simple moss/bone meal farm. With one flick of the lever, the pistons will break the moss and will either get into the chest or it will get into the composters and refill it with bone meal. Then on the other corner of my pyramid, this is the cobblestone farm that produces 128 per hour. A pretty simple farm if you actually ask me, and it's pretty high rate in productions. And I have nothing to complain about. And on the other corner, this is my normal tree farm that can produce oak, birch or either spruce. You simply need to stand in there and place it on the dirt. A very simple, well, I would say simple design. It took some while to make, but if you know the concept, it's pretty easy to produce oak, birch and spruce saplings, all of it, and it's pretty efficient way. And that's completely my base and the end of the world tour / inspiration tour. I hope I made you guys give you some inspiration to build, since it's sometimes pretty difficult to know what to do, and me and my friends are having very much fun and still a lot of ideas. But if you still have ideas for some farms or buildings, please let me know, it's always welcome. But I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope I will see you pretty soon with my next banger. Bye bye!